Hey guys, just wanted to share some dApps coming out in the next few days. Let's see. Yeah, this one, Hypermatic, it's still got a lot of work to go on the front end. I mean, a lot of these things don't even work yet. Um, but this is one that they sent over to me that they're going to be releasing in a few days. But they've got, yeah, a lot to go. They need to, obviously do an audit, but they also need to fix a lot of their links, add some documentation. Um, but yeah, these are things that people, the devs and owners are like sending over to me. But I just want to show you guys so you know what's kind of coming up, and what we can kind of plan for. I'll have to get more information on exact launch dates and times for you guys on these, but it should be within 2 or 3 days. The contracts are pretty much done. They're just waiting for audits, and then also hooking up all their links on the front end, things like that. So yeah, anybody into web development knows how easy it is to just update these links. It's super fast. I can do it in a few minutes. So I'm not worried about that, but I just want to talk about these ones. Yeah, they say there are several safety mechanisms, make it a safer experience when you invest. I mean, it's still an ROI dApp. It's Ponzinomics. There's not a lot you can do. I mean, they talk about these different things, but there's not a lot you can do. One thing that I am interested with these guys is they're doxing the dev wallets and the owner wallets, so everybody can see what wallets they belong to, and what's going into those. That's one thing that I wish would be more common, so we all know exactly who the owner wallet is and how much is going into it and where it's coming from, because right now it's just kind of a black box of nothing. So yeah, I want to know what's going in there. I want to know what's going into marketing, where it's being spent, who's getting all that marketing money, where's it going. This one is kind of the tricky one, the forced withdraw, and I can talk to you in a minute about that. It's got more details and the documentation. Insurance pool, I've covered these before, but I'll talk about them again. Reinvest is getting more common. But yeah, kind of comparing themselves to all these different ones. I don't know if comparing yourself to Matic Fury is a good thing, because those things died so quick, and to say they had an insurance pool, that's not that helpful. Matic King, I don't even know why they put this on the table. I mean, it was a total bomb from the beginning. They had an error in the code with a data type that couldn't hold the number that it was supposed to hold. So it was, there was a coding error there that basically brought that whole thing down. So I don't even know why they want to put it on here. Anyway. Let's talk about these plans. I'm not a huge fan that they put these 7-day unlocked plans in here, or even the 7-day locked, making 150% in 7 days. People are going to just pile into those really quickly and then bail. So that's what I'm concerned with, is these 7-day lock. I mean, I guess maybe look at it as an opportunity to get a quick 50% on your money. I don't know. Well, 20%. So, you'd be making about 25% on your money on that one, which for 7 days is fantastic. So, I'm not sure how this thing's going to play out. I don't know if so many people are conditioned into the 14 days that people plow into this and hope to almost triple their money with this, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to last that long, honestly, because of these plans being added. I don't know, who knows, maybe they'll remove these plans once I post the video. I don't know, whatever. A lot of other stuff on here are just kind of placeholders. They're not even functioning yet. you know, all your deposits and things like that. It's also got the force withdraw buttons on these. They actually put it on the front end so people don't think it's sneaky to go into the contract. I think everybody should know how to get into the contract and interface with it straight through the contract anyway. So, I mean, it's all public. It's not like some secret. And anyway, let's talk about the article that they wrote about this. They say it's innovative and community driven. Yeah, I don't know. This high yield passive income. High yield, yes. Passive, I don't know. You have to do a lot of research and digging around to find these things. So I don't know how passive this kind of income is. But I mean, you can make pretty good return on these things if played right. Yeah. It's developed by investors and devs who've been burnt by other staking projects. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out why they did the 7-day plan then, because I mean, every 7-day plan that has both locked and unlocked, or just even unlocked, usually does not last very long. So that's one thing that I'm concerned with, is that 7-day plan. So I don't know how they got that. You know, people have been burnt by their staking projects, projects where the contract balance ran out prior to funds maturing. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. Yes, they have some taxes, but I don't think it's enough to really dissuade people from, you know, jumping in and getting a 20% on their return. And the thing is, like, they talk about you know, the taxes, and also their returns are going to go up very slowly. It's like, you know, the returns on Phantom FOMO, the ones that were withdrawing on day 14 had the returns from the first day. So it's not like, you know, the returns that kept going up were the things that destroyed it, because those people that put in 5-6 days later after it started, they had really high returns, but they never withdrew anything, because the people from day one that were locked into day one returns, those people are the ones that brought the contract down. So, I mean, you can say you're going to just, you know, inch up the returns slowly, even slower, but I mean, it's not going to help if they're already too high. Yeah, longer term investment in packages will also incur less taxes. That's all fine and good, but the longer term investments probably won't be able to withdraw. That's just my honest take on it. Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. You know, I don't want to be overcritical about these things, but I think it's things you need to think of. These guys actually approached me and wanted to show this to me, but I just also want to be honest. You know, I'm not being paid for this. I'm not. I just want to be honest about what this thing is and what I think of it. This one says their top safety measure, the forced withdraw. This one I'm kind of torn on now, because it's not like Matic FOMO and things like that had a forced withdraw because their tax was a little bit low. I think a lot of people said, oh, yep, it's failing, let me withdraw. And they took 80%, which, you know, you took a loss, but it wasn't huge. This one, though, if you withdraw, you're going to take a 40% loss, which is, you know, still huge. It's a huge loss on your investment. I don't know if it's going to be enough to dissuade people from doing it, especially when the contract balance is going down. You know, if this thing really gets enough traction, and, you know, after 7 days that balance starts coming down, I think people are going to take that 60% over nothing. I mean, you know, there's just a point where people are going to just start smashing that withdraw button, and If other people are already taking money out and actually making money as these people are forced withdrawing, I don't know if that 40% is going to help a lot, because you're still removing current money in the contract. Just know when you withdraw, you're withdrawing your initial deposit. You're not withdrawing your ROI. So if it says you're going to get 200% back, you're not getting that back when you force withdraw. You're getting 60% of what you put in. So, yeah, it talks about smaller gradual increments in its daily ROIs. It's only doing 0.05 daily instead of the 0.5%. And then it's going up to 1.5% over the course of 30 days, and then it's going to stay the same. I would be shocked and amazed if this made it 30 days. Yeah, the option to reinvest in loop system. Basically, if you're one of the last ones, they're going to invite you to be one of the first ones to invest in another project. Okay. Insurance pool. I've talked about these before. They don't really do anything. I mean, yeah, you're taking taxes out and sticking them in a pool, and then when the balance drops, you take that pool and stick it in the balance. It's no different than if I just took those taxes out and stuck them in the balance. Like I said before, these things aren't making, they're not generating new tokens. They're not generating more value. They're just taking people's deposits, holding them in a pool, and then people take out, their returns in the order that people put the returns in. So it's not like, these pools don't do anything. It's just, taking a chunk out of the balance, sticking it somewhere, and then waiting for that balance to drop and then sticking it back in. It's not really doing anything for anybody. You can call it insurance, you can call it whatever you want, but it's not an insurance pool. Marketing, this is where I wish they'd be more transparent about what they're doing, where they're marketing. They're doing, I talked about that, they're doxing the wallets. 100K has been spent on the development and marketing of Hypermatic. I'm trying to figure out where 100K would go. I don't know. Maybe it's paying some big YouTubers. I'm definitely not one of them, but 100K is a lot to get one of these things up and going. I'd be very interested to see where that came from. Yeah, the 7-day plans, which I don't exactly like. That's too short, I feel. Yeah, just the reward system, which is common. Yeah, anti-rug feature. It's basically saying this is a smart contract. They can't just pull out the balance. We've seen that before. It says there, there's no minimum or no maximum. They cater to all small fishes and whales. I would just worry about this thing just getting annihilated by whales right off the bat. If I'm going to get in this thing, it's going to be very, very, very early. And then it just talks about the plans, what the ROI is, things like that. Referral rewards, like 10% over the total. I don't know. They're doing some competitions, and then that's just how to invest, setting up your wallet. So that is Hypermatic, guys. I'll leave a link to it. It's not going to work. It's not going to do anything yet. They don't even have an audit yet. But you could have a peek at it and check it out, see if it's something you might want to jump into early. That's totally up to you. I'm not selling these things. I'm just showing you what they're presenting to me. I'm not trying to sell anything to anybody. This next one is Avac Yields. This is basically just a copy of Multimatic, snooze button and all. I don't know if I'd want to be rolling one of these things out after snooze gate, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about this because I don't think they even have docs or anything. Oh, I guess they do. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. It's the same thing. They probably just changed the little taxes and, yeah, but other than that, all the plans are exactly the same. Just some taxes that go into the balance. Yeah, not much there yet. They're still working on it, so I'll give you updates there. But nothing too special there. It might be something to get in early, but the problem is they're doing that 7-day thing again, and it's just gonna, I don't know. These guys that do these 7-day things I don't think they understand that they just made this thing only last 7 days instead of 14. Yeah. Anyway, what I would love to see that I thought of the other day is I would love to see these guys, instead of taking an investment fee, the only thing they make money off of is withdrawal fees. That way, more people that can withdraw, the more money they're going to make. If they remove that from investment, but they just want to make that money and get as much as they can. So, yeah. I mean, I do like that these ones, based on Multimatic, because they show exactly how much you're going to get. It's 135% minus the 10% tax. So if you put in 1,000, you're going to get 12, 17, 30 to your wallet. It's not like, teasing this rate and then saying, well, there's taxes too, but don't worry about that. I want to see how much exactly I'm going to get into my wallet after 7 days. So basically, yeah, guys, I don't know, 7 days, getting, 20% in 7 days. That is spectacular and wonderful, but is it enough? Can it be sustained for more than 7 days? I doubt it. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's going to want to touch snooze after the Multimatic thing. So, yeah, that's Avac Yields. It'll be interesting to see how they can market this, and hopefully on both of these they put some timers on them, so it's not just like get the audit and launch as soon as they get an audit and not give a lot of warning. These guys need to give some warning, get people prepared, instead of just dumping into them. And again, this one I put in earlier today, a video on this FTMstake. This is one of those that's, all their other dApps, Matic Stake and Avac Stake, they got some good traction. And with that traction, usually when they launch another dApp, days later, it can get some pretty good traction too. So yeah, that one's coming out in just about 15 hours. It's probably one I'll be putting into as early as possible, because beat the whales into these. But like I'm not selling these things. I'll tell you what ones I'll probably jump into. I'm still torn on these two. I might dump a little bit into each of those just to get that, into those 7-day locks and ride those out. But yeah, this one I'll probably put a little more into because I know kind of what to expect. Yes, it's sponsored, backed by the DeFi guys. After half an hour or something, he'll probably dump a bunch into it and put a video and be like, hey, look how much I dumped into my own thing. But like he did with, I think it was Avac Stake, he dumped like 600 Avax into there on a video. So yeah, just watch for that. If you are in it a little bit late, don't jump into it because feel like you messed out and don't lose a bunch of money doing it. Yeah, watch my last video when I talk about that. Anyway, guys, those are some of the ones that are coming out soon. I'll be posting more as I find out more. Go ahead and like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. You know where that big red button is. Again, this isn't financial advice. I'm not saying you need to even open any of these on your computer and even look at them. It's totally up to you. I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, things that I find interesting, whatever, but I'm not going to say, you know, you're going to make all this money and be rich and, you know, ape into this stuff and you're missing out. I'm not going to tell you that. I will definitely tell you if you're not in early, just wait. There'll be more. It's okay. I don't want anybody here losing money because they got in late. So anyway, guys, yeah, like I said, subscribe if you want to subscribe, like if you liked it, and we'll catch you on the next one.